Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, Reading Ideas. Been spending, a lot of February reading June, which I've finished. I'll do a book review of that coming soon. But before that, I've got quite a biggish book haul. Picked up a few books. Firstly, from three from a local charity shop. So let's have a look. I think that's from the Folio Society. So this is an amazing condition book. Yeah. With absolutely wonderful pictures inside. And the book is The Great Enterprise. And it's about the history of the Spanish Armada. So I know a lot of people post on BookTube about, I'm going to be, reading different cultures' books. There is a lot to learn about your own culture, isn't there? So, but this is absolutely fabulous. The pictures in here. Yeah. Queen Elizabeth. The Spanish Armada. When England was Protestant after Henry VIII, it went back to Catholic under Mary. A lot of it was not so much, Catholic versus Protestant. It's kind of who's in charge of Europe, who's in charge of the country. Is Britain going to be independent country, or is it going to be dominated by Europe, via the Catholic religion, via Pope? And of course it was all, a lot of it was different lords vying for power. So yeah, the fact that they lost kind of destroyed a lot of the Spanish sea power. A couple of other books that I got from that charity shop. 23 Plays by Tolstoy. That was £1. So yeah, filling out the Russian library, so that's another one. And then I spied this, The Island of Sheep by John Buchan. And one of the reasons for getting it was we've just come back from a holiday in Peebles, and there's a museum to John Buchan there, most famous for the 39 Steps. So yeah, it wasn't open. It didn't open, I don't think, until the 1st of March. But we have been in it before. I was surprised how many books he actually read. He actually wrote. He wrote a lot, and he was governor of Canada. So yeah, quite a big personality, John Buchan. Right then, when we were up there in Peebles. Not far away, about 6 miles away, in a little village called Innerleithen, give a shout out to a fantastic little second-hand bookshop. Prices are way too low. I keep telling the lady there, it's a lovely lady. The bookshop is the Last Century Books. That's the details. Last Century Books. Innerleithen, Peeblesshire, Scotland. They do internet sales. I should have taken, whether it'd be polite or not to, but thousands and thousands of books in there. Great sections on classics, great sections on modern classics. So let's, and I'll show you the books that I've got. Some interesting ones. So first one, The Uncollected Sherlock Holmes. Short plays, jottings, sensational stratagems, parodies and self-parodies gathered in one volume as the perfect companion to the stories. These remarkable pieces, many previously uncollected, provide an intriguing insight into the background of Sherlock Holmes stories. So, there's quite a few people out there do Sherlock Holmes read-alongs. I think there's a tag or two. So I don't know if they actually know that this exists. So yeah, The Uncollected Sherlock Holmes. Penguin books, and that cost me the grand total of £2. I read a load when I was younger, not read any for years, so I saw this superb cover. It needed a little bit of glue. Agatha Christie, Under the Sun. It's quite a nice cover, and that cost me £1.50. Another interesting find, The Decline of the English Murder by George Orwell. Decline of the English Murder and Other Essays, Penguin. That's a very nice cover. A new collection of some of the less accessible essays by the author of Hannibal Farm, including his lament for the inferior quality of modern murders. Does he mean murders or murder stories? And his comments on the changing face of fictional crime. Long essay on Dickens, Kipling, Salvador Dali, eyewitness accounts of hanging around in Burma, etc. So again, a pretty rare find, and that cost me £1. Again, something I've not read a lot of, P.G. Wodehouse. Uneasy Money. Lovely cover. There was a lot of choice in there for P.G. Wodehouse, but I like these old covers. £1.50. Elizabeth Gaskell, Wives and Daughters. Pretty thick, that. Plenty to get your teeth into there. 700 pages, Penguin version, and that cost me, oops, nice picture on the inside, £2. Filling Out the Russians, lovely condition. It may even be unread. Chekhov, The Duel and Other Stories. How about that? Penguin Classics. Again, lots of Russians there. £2. Fabulous. Right, now, looking out for, she didn't have a copy of Count of Monte Cristo, but I'll hunt it down. I could go and pay a lot more for it, but I'm not quite I've not quite got a free schedule for that yet. But The Three Musketeers, a little bit of damage on the spine on that one. A new translation by Lord Sudley, and that cost me £1. How about that? Can't get better than that. It's almost charity shop price. Grapes of Wrath, John Steinbeck. Yeah, probably his most famous work. So yeah, look forward to getting round to that. £1.50. Got a few left. Another Russian, Tolstoy. The Kreutzer Sonata and Other Stories. That's a nice cover. Penguin Classic. And that cost me £2. Now I say £2, I'll mention it at the end. Another Russian, Resurrection, Tolstoy's final novel. I do like that cover, that's pretty good. And that, a Signet Classic, and that cost me, oh, nice little picture there, £1. £1. God, if you bought enough books, it'd be cheap enough to have them shipped over to the States, wouldn't it? And another Russian, Mikhail Sholokhov, and Quiet Flows the Don. A story of years in which Russia today was created, with justice being compared to Tolstoy's War and Peace. Here are the Cossacks in peace and war and revolution. Yeah, again, very nice cover, very good condition, and that cost £2. That's not bad at all, that. Now, I found this looking along, that it's a Penguin dust jacket. Ooh, Penguin dust jacket, and I put that in the pile. I don't actually know how much it was. Oh, that's a different one. I'll come on to that. So, Moby Dick, Herman Melville. So I've got that on my to be read list for this year. £2.50. £2.50. That's not bad, is it, that? Yeah, substantial book. Moby Dick, Melville. I didn't realise that in the dedication he dedicated it to Nathaniel Hawthorne. Okay. Yeah, alright, yeah. And is it second to last? Yeah, second to last. The Turgenev, On the Eve. So I love the Turgenev Sketches from a Hunter's album. Absolutely fabulous. £1.50. Absolutely fabulous. And another Gabriel Garcia Marquez, Chronicles of a Death Foretold. Oops. £1.50. And I can't even remember where I got this one from. I think it wasn't from there. I think it might have been from there. Was it Marjorie Allingham, Police at the Funeral? No, £1. Yeah, £1. Wow. Okay, so as I say, I don't know how much the dust jacket was, because I was going round and I made a pile, put them on the her desktop, went round again, made another pile, and she'd counted them up, and I think charged me £23 or something like that for all those. So I'm thrilled with that. So again, last century books, Innerleithen, Peebleshire. What I think that they should do is, put on the website, just a photograph of, like a library photograph. Put it up, and then people can kind of zoom in and look. So and then ring up and say, can I have these? How much are these? Whatever. I think that'd be a good idea. But there you go. That's a bit of a big book haul. See you on the next.